Hello, I'm Chris Menard. In today's Excel video, I'm going to cover a really cool date function that will calculate the difference between two dates. It is called DateDif, and it's unusual because if you go to formulas and look in the date and time functions, you will not see it. But this is a great function for HR people, any person in business that wants to calculate the difference between 2 days. So I'm going to take a look at that. I'm also going to use the today function in Excel. And for this exercise, just to make sure it's right, I'm going to use mixed reference. So I have a list of employees already. This video will have chapters, so feel free to click on the chapters. And the file that I'm using will be available also. So I want to know how many years that first employees worked, and then I will autofill down. Just so you know this, I'm going to go over to J1, put in today's date. To do this is the today function. Equals today, open and close parenth. So today is Sunday, October 18th, 2020. This was intentional. I made that first employee should be here exactly 2 years because they started on 10/18/2018. So this function, what's unusual about it, if I go to formulas, there's over 450 Excel functions. And if I go to date and time, they're listed alphabetically. DateDif is not in here. So let's just type this all the way through. Equals. In fact, it doesn't show up when you start typing. Also, DateDif, open parenth. There are 3 arguments you must know. The start date, the end date you're looking for, and then what are you looking for? Are you looking for the year? You looking for the number of months? Or are you looking for the number of days? I'm going to do all 3 in this video. I'm going to start off with the year. So my start date comes first. That's the higher date, E2, comma. The end date is today's date, which is K2, comma, argument number 3. What are you looking for? I'm looking for the years, so year is Y, month is M, day is D. I should get the number 2 here. And I do. I know that I'm in the year column, but just to show you this, if I did the letter M for month, that is 24 months. And if I make this the letter D, 731 days between today's date and that higher date. I'm going to go back to the letter Y. By the way, I should get 0 for month. Let's see if I do. I'm going to do this function again. DateDif. You know the argument, start date, comma, end date, comma. Actually, you're going to get 24 here. I just thought about that. The letter M says calculate the number of months. It doesn't know that I've already done the years, so I should get 24 here. And I do. So here's a cool trick. I want to know the number of months after the years. So the third argument is the letter Y and then the letter M, YM. So now I should get 0 months. And I do. To test this, I'm going to change this to 9/18/2018. Should get 2 years and 1 month. There you go. I'm going to put it back to where I had it. 10/18. So now let's just knock out the days real quick. You know the arguments again. Start, comma, end date, comma. The letter D, just the same way I did the letter M and it gave me 24 months, the letter D should give me 731 days, I believe. So I want to know MD, the number of days since the last month. I should get 0. Very good. That's all working. There are all the formulas right there. F2, G2, H2. So this is actually going to drive me crazy, so I'm going to have to do this. I'm going to use absolute reference and I'm going to use relative reference, because if I pull this down, I'm going to get wrong answers. Same thing here. If you notice, it's taken E3, which is correct, but it's taken K2. K1 needs to be absolute reference. Also, if I pull this over, it went to cell F3. I need a reference cell E3. So let me get rid of this. I'm back here. I'm just going to edit the formula. So it's going to be $E2, because I want to freeze column E, but the row can change. K1 needs to be absolute reference, so it's $K, $1. The F4 function key cycles you through relative reference, which is right there, absolute reference, $K, $1, don't move K, don't move 1, and then two different mixed references, but that needs to be absolute. The letter Y is correct. So here I go. When I pull this over, it kept the Y, so you know that just needs to be MY. That needs to be that needs to be YM. And you want me to train you in Excel. And the last one needs to be MD. Oh, by the way, YD would give you the number of days since the year, but this needs to be since the month. Now everything's correct. I'm going to highlight all three. We're using our references here. So if I pull this down just one time, this was intentional. I put the 19th of 2018 here. So 1 year, 11 months, 29 days. One more time. Still got them highlighted. I could autofill all the way down, which I'll do in a second. I put today's date in there intentionally. This person hasn't even been here a full day yet. They just started today. So that's why I'm getting 0, 0, 0. So that was one of my little check figures. We're good. Crosshairs, you know what to do. Double click. Cool function. DateDif. All right. So just so you know this file is going to be available. Click down below in the description of my YouTube channel to get it. I do want to point this out though. Today is Sunday, October 18th. So when you do this file and you're watching my video and saying, I'm not getting the same dates, this one right here called employees will be empty for F, G, and H. K1 will be empty. I put the answers here, but if you notice, I put a text box here, and I'm telling you, if you want to match what I'm doing in the video, we would normally use the today function here, but I want you to just type in 10, 18, 20, 20 if you want to match my answers. One more item I do want to share with you, and I just thought about this. The today function will always show you today's date, so tomorrow it'll be the 19th. I could have, if I wanted to, instead of referencing K1 in this cell, I could have referenced the today function here, which would have also worked. So there it is up in the formula bar above column C. It is just a matter of preference. I actually like to see today's date on my spreadsheet. So either way is correct. I'm going to undo though and put that back here. If you have any questions or comments about this function, please let me know. Feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.